right, I'm the flatratemaster, and today we're going to talk about, well, signs you might be getting fired. Now, obviously, if you're getting written up, talked about poor performance, not showing up all the time, obviously, things that will get you fired, you're getting fired. We all know that. We're going to talk about more subtle reasons why you might get fired. Now, first one we got to get out of the way. If you're labeled toxic at your job, well, you're getting fired. Shop owners 100% blame the techs for turning toxic. They don't look at their own work environment. They don't look at anything, but view it as an individual problem. So if you're labeled toxic, chances are you're probably getting fired. There's no way around it. They don't care. Now, I don't want to harp on that, so we're going to move on. Workload. This is a big one. If all of a sudden you have a sudden shift in the kind of jobs you get assigned, that probably means they're trying to eliminate your backlog, and so you have nothing pending when they fire you. They don't want to have a half tore apart car when they decide it's time to get rid of you. They want to clear that out. So if you generally have tore apart cars on Friday that don't get completed for whatever reasons, they're going to do everything to manipulate your workload so that the next Friday, when they fire you, you don't have anything pending. You might have stuff pending. It's probably not torn down yet. They might actually make sure you don't tear it down so they can fire you. Part of the video is going to be, well, being quietly fired. I did a video about that, I guess, during the pandemic. And it's basically they're doing things to get you to quit. That might be manipulating your tickets, what I talked about earlier. They could be pushing junk on you to get you to quit. They could be making sure that you don't have enough work to make a good paycheck. They can definitely push you towards getting out of there. If all of a sudden your workload changes, you need to be looking for a job. If you're one of the only ones in the shop that don't have work and everybody else does, they're probably trying to push you out or fire you. So that's a really good indication that, well, they're wanting to get rid of you. If, of course, they're harassing you about stuff, their attitude towards you shifts, and we'll get into that in a little bit later, but all of a sudden you're getting a lot of cold shoulder from management. Before they were your buddy, can you get this one done for me? That kind of stuff, to real short, real synced. They're preparing themselves mentally for you not being there. It's a really good sign that they're trying to push you out, is when all of a sudden attitudes towards you change. Now, just a quick note, it has nothing to do with when I got fired. This is just stuff I've learned watching different videos and discussing it with people, so take it for what it is. This next one can happen with whether you're being fired or you're getting quietly pushed out, and that is a sudden and dramatic change in your relationships with management. All of a sudden, you're getting cold shoulders, like I talked about in getting quietly fired. All of a sudden, different attitudes, different circumstances of how they deal with you. There's a sudden change with all of the managers. They're probably getting rid of you, and it's just the way of the world. They're preparing for you not to be there. They want to dehumanize you because they don't want to view you as a person that's about to lose their job. They want to view you more as a tool. And I use that word deliberately because they want to dehumanize you. You're no longer a person with bills and life. And no, you're just a piece of equipment that they are discarding. Now, this next one is if multiple people that have been there a lot longer than you are all of a sudden change their attitude the same, they probably know. So they're probably not your friends. So just be aware of that. Now, this last part comes from personal experience. And chances are, if you look at the circumstances of what's going on, the writing will be on the wall. I didn't see the writing as well as I should. So be aware. Look around, see how things are going, how people are treating you. Pay attention to that. If you have any worry about getting fired, well, polish up your resume and start looking for a job, because chances are that gut feeling is probably going to be right. Mine was right, and I ignored it. So just heads up. I know this was a depressing video, and I've kind of been doing this kind of series lately, but I don't want anybody just getting slapped in the face like I kind of did. You know, hopefully my audience, this isn't something that's going to happen to them, but it could. So just be aware. As always, thanks for watching. I am the Flat Rate Master.